Hello, everybody. This is Sam Soto from Melodic Metal Suggestions, and we are in another episode of Grow Your Opinion. In this occasion, we are bringing you a band that once you hear it, once you listen to them, you're gonna love it. And essentially, because they have something that is not very common in a band, and we will talk about it later. So, for now, first, I'm gonna introduce my friend, Leoncito Mirabal. How are you, Leoncito?
Hi, Sang. Um, Everything good from here. So thank you so much for being here and watching this new episode. So please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and make a comment or whatever you want to comment. I don't know, recommending something from anyone you want to see on the channel. So to start this one, I will gonna make the first question. Who is Ice Exiled and how will you define your style?
Exiled. I would define us as a Finnish metal band, not in the most generic way, as we find our inspiration from the early 2000s of Finnish metal hits like Amorphis and Nightwish and that type of stuff. And well, we add our own twist to it with more progressive stuff and using a cello, which is one of our main cornerstones in our sound.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you introduce the members of the band, please?
We are a 5-man group, and me, Mika, I'm the lead singer. We have a cellist, as I mentioned, a cello, Veikko Sajaniemi. He also does the backing vocals and choirs and screams and stuff. Then our guitar player, Oskari Kilpi, he's the main guy, so to speak, here. He mixes our stuff. He produces most of our songs. Veikko is our another composer, so those two are in charge, so to speak, of our stuff.
Yeah.
Then our bass player, Roger Gottlieben, he brings in the low end with a style. And then our newcomer drummer Juha, and he joined Ice Exiled. I think it was in January of this year. So we've known him for years, but he recently joined the band, and we've been working together to bringing his style to our band, as our old drummer had his own style, and combining that.
Nice. So, in that case, did you try to convince him to join the band, or he was trying to get into the band until you decide to to bring him in, or how was it?
Well, first we were kind of on a fence that what are we gonna do about this, that we don't have a drummer,
Yes.
but we want to keep making music. And then Juha is a good friend of Oskari, and then they had talked about it earlier, and then Oskari brought the idea to us that, hey, I have this drummer boy here, and would we like to try him out? And then we rented a place to go and play, and well, all the personal chemistry were just there, and from that on we were
Perfect.
yeah, we can make this work.
Nice. Yeah, we've been hearing from different bands in Europe and it's amazing for us. It's something surprise us that getting a drummer is very difficult. And usually a drummer has 4 or 5 bands. It's crazy. It's crazy for us because we thought that you you lift a rock and there's gonna be a musician there, a guitarist or a drummer, or a bassist, because it's Europe, no? It's Finland essentially. There should be thousands of musicians. That's our idea as Latin Americans, no? And it's amazing to know that it's not like that, at least for drummers. Maybe guitarists a lot, maybe singers not that much, but drummers very very a small number, no?
Yes, it's well, as you can see, I have a guitar hanging on my wall, so it's basically doesn't take that much space. But when you have drums, you need the space to rehearse. You actually have enough space to set them up, and especially if you have acoustic set. and
Yeah.
then you'd have to like, well, all the logistics and stuff.
Correct.
You'd have to be able to move them, and so there's a hassle with them.
Correct. Correct.
And well, our old drummer, we were sort of his second band, so he also had many bands, and our current drummer also has at least one besides us, maybe two.
Wow.
I'm not sure actually.
He won't tell you.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, but something that I like about your band is that I saw the cellist in the video, and essentially the first video I saw from you guys, Civilization Zero, and I saw him like a they have a close up for every single one of you. Then I saw the cellist, and I started paying attention to the music because I'm a fan of Apocalyptica, and I like the sound of the cello with distortion. And I could identify it, and I was like, "Oh man, this is amazing! I love it! I just love it!" And I also noticed an evolution from your first song that you released in 2018 to the Civilization Zero. I noticed a big jump in your music. Like that first song sounds more like progressive or heavy, more like heavy metal song, and this last one, it sounds much more melodic, much more like a Finnish band. You know, like it is, and I really really love that song.
Oh, it's great to hear that. That like
Yeah.
that's the thing that you like hooked you into it. And well, yeah, there has been like a span of evolution in our music. Back in when we started the song Resolve, it's made by Oskari, and I made the lyrics for it, and it was sort of the base of the band. Like this is the sort of direction we want to go. Like it has melodies, it has like the energy, and then like through the years, like now Civilization Zero, it's like a group project. So every member has brought something into it. And like when Oskari or Veikko, they brought in the demo, like this is a song, could we use this? And then we like work it together, like, okay, this piece works, this doesn't, let's move it around and stuff like this. And like the whole upcoming album is about the songs that we've like arranged together. We've sat down and been working on this for years and like honing the pieces together and all that stuff. And I'm really happy that it like finally shows that we've come together to make it.
Yeah. No, that's good. And now that you're talking about this leads me to the next question. That is, who are your biggest influences? And as a Finnish band, man, you gotta have a like very easy ones, like local ones, essentially. But who are they?
Well, we started with Amorphis and Nightwish, but as we work together as a band, each member have their like own influences. And like Oskari draws a lot from like Finnish pop music, and like a few Finnish metal bands that sing in Finnish. And then Veikko, the cellist, he listens more to like progressive stuff and Devin Townsend and that type of stuff. So that brings in the like progressive stuff over to the like more straight line heavy stuff that Oskari makes, and that then just combines. And well, basically our bassist, he doesn't listen to metal at all, so
no way.
We always kid about it that like you play in a metal band but you don't listen to metal, so so it's a contrast.
Yeah. So what kind of music you listen to?
Me or
no, the bassist?
Well, he's actually like kind of like, well, what's on the radio, mainstream kind of pop. But then again, he also has this side where like because he's so invested in bass playing, that he listens to a lot of music where the bass is like really developed and like
Correct.
amazing bass players.
Correct.
So
Correct. Amazing. The first time for me, a metal band a member doesn't listen to metal. You know,
yeah,
it reminds me Tom Araya when before he joined Slayer, he
yeah,
didn't even know what heavy metal was. He didn't
yeah,
even know, and until they invited him to join Slayer, and then,
Mhm.
but of course after that he loved metal. But before that,
yeah,
but it's funny that you are already playing a metal band, but you don't listen to metal.
yeah.
That's cool.
And,
Now you have two iconic things in your band.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
All right, Mega. So, how would you describe your creative process?
Well, it starts with the like demo from Oskari or Veikko. They have this like a vision. Veikko has more of a stronger vision that his songs are like mostly ready, sort of. He has lyrics to them and he's thought of them through quite much before he presents them to us. And Oskari has these like he plays the songs, like records the guitars and stuff, and then adds like a piano melody that should be like the vocals and stuff, and with these like bass settings, then we like listen and go through the songs, and okay, like this song sounds good, this sounds good, and we actually have like Google Docs file where we list what works and what doesn't, and then
Oh.
either like the songs go on for so-called next round, and if it passes that, then on to a next one, and then like that narrows down how many songs we are like trying to make like in a row, so to speak, and then like for example, some songs are like the chorus works or the riff works, and then we just like pick them and save it and use it somewhere else.
Yeah. Something I notice in your songs is that they are very different one from each other. They don't follow a flat line. They are very different. For example, Civilization Zero. I love it when I listen it for the first time. I actually saw a short in TikTok, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" And honestly, for me, it was difficult to define your style when I listened to Civilization Zero, because some pieces, some part of the song sound like melodic death metal. Some other parts sound like metalcore. Some other parts sound like progressive. And I was like, what do they play? and, then, and then I went to Spotify and started listening to your songs, and I was like, oh, it's hard to define because every song sounds different. The only thing that I noticed, like, or I could use as standard, is that your first song sounds more like progressive heavy metal, and your last song sounds more like melodic, for me, like melodic death metal, or like a more Finnish melodic metal. And it's great. It's great. It's great. I like it. I like surprises.
Well, that's good to hear, and that's like our own idea, like for that songs are sometimes like they're too similar, like to each other. Of course, there's the standard for bands like that. You have your own style and you like stick to it, and that's good because well, how what otherwise you would know the band. But like for us, since we have so many different influences and we like different stuff, and at the end of the day, it's music and it's what we like to do, and it's most importantly that it is fun.
Yeah.
And so that gets incorporated to the song making, and
Yeah.
that's why we have so many different parts, so to speak, within songs.
Correct. And now let's talk about the lyrics. We know that Finnish metal is very famous because it's so melodic and so sad, melancholic. But which kind of topic you use for your lyrics?
Lately, like most songs that are from the upcoming album, they deal with like well, for example, Civilization Zero, it's like the past of, like the point of no return, that we've passed it, that we're just like enjoying the ride until the end. So like, there's nothing you can do that world's going to shit. So just hold on.
Yeah, correct.
And that's why the album's name is Reset the Sky, where like the influences of a man to environment and all that stuff.
Correct.
So in the album cover, I try to like reflect on that, the how the world is in ruins, and the puddle reflects like a serene nature view, so to speak. But it's like we try to focus on these things that make us human, and how our behavior and what we do affects world and others. And so like our latest single, the Anthropocentrum, Set Me Free, it's about the like how would I put it? Well, basically because of the whole meat industry, how they treat animals, make like process them for food for humans, and they're like treated as, well, meat and not as living things. So trying to bring in these pieces of nature and how a man could be better. And
difficult topic.
they are
very difficult.
Surely
I don't know if I don't know if at some point we're going to solve that kind of topics. Maybe not, but it's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. So, what is the biggest obstacle that you have to face it to get what you are now?
Could you repeat?
What is the biggest obstacle that you have to face it to get what you are now?
Biggest obstacle that we're facing right now?
That you have faced to get where you are right now. Yeah.
Well, I'd say it's part of the like losing band members and trying to reform and trying to find what we want to do. And that's part of the whole process why we changed the band name also. As we went from 2016 to 2023, mostly with the name Arcares. And with that, since we had the new drummer, we sat down and we like talked about it, and like we were like young and like students and stuff back when we started. So now we need to like we have families now, and it's gotta be like no more like it has to be it has to have a meaning.
Correct.
And so through that we've come past it, that what was sort of holding us back, and now we're sort of setting ourselves free with this new name and getting to move past it and forward. And
that's why in some let's say in some places where you can look for your music, if you look for your band as Exiled, then you will find just a couple of songs pretty much. But in Spotify you find all your songs in the beginning, even with the other name. And actually, I think you did something really good, because for us as Latin Americans, your previous name was very difficult. It's very cool, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons also, because it was like within the band itself, and like in Finland, like how do you say it? Is it like the C? Is it with a K, like a K, Arcares or Archares, or? So you always have to explain that no, it's pronounced more like a K, so which then doesn't really match the how usually you speak English, and
Correct. No, it was good. Yeah, because you need to think about that. Like if you want to get into people's mind, very easy. You need to have a name that is catchy and is easy to remember, and then you can type correctly, essentially.
Exactly, and that was actually one of our basic points, that we need a name that's easy to spell.
Nice. I love catching these kind of things because because if I see it, then a lot of people will see it. Like
Exactly.
like that. Okay, now talking about your gigs, have you been rehearsing? Not rehearsing, but have you been like playing in concerts lately?
Well, actually, we had one last night,
Oh,
and
nice.
Nice.
we were at my current hometown, Turku, in Finland.
Mm.
We had a great show. I think we had like plus 30 people in the room
Uh-huh.
watching. So it was great. The energy from the audience and stuff was really great, and like to get to perform these new songs live to people, it's always something that really hits home, so to speak.
Yeah.
And since we are like mostly being playing in Helsinki, the capital of Finland, that
Yeah.
like it's mostly the same people, sort of, because at this point it's still, there are a lot of friends that are coming to watch you, and then they maybe bring their friends and so forth. But this time it was like a brand new audience, sort of. So
cool.
it was really
cool,
great.
cool.
And we've been sort of inactive past few years since the finding a new drummer and all that. But now, since we have a new drummer and the album coming up, we're trying to pick up some speed and trying to play more live, as that is like, well, we think that's the like whole point of it. That of course you make it for yourself, but when you get to perform it to others, that's when it really like it all comes together.
Correct. This is the first time we ask these questions, or at least that I remember. But is it easy, for example, in Finland, you are so many bands and so good bands, but is it easy for you like to get friendship with other bands and then start pulling each other like, hey man, I got a concert in this place, but they're looking for another band to fill the schedule or something, or the agenda? Are you free to come? Is it something like that, or how does it work, or everybody just looking for each other and goodbye, we are friends during the concert, but after that I don't care about you? How does it work there?
No, nothing like that. It's all like really friendly, and people talk to each other a lot. Like last night in the backstage, there was a lot of talking and stuff, and then it's like, hey, if we got something coming up, can we like contact you later and all that? So everyone's like supporting others. Since Finland is such a small place and with such many bands,
Yes.
it doesn't like benefit anyone that you're just always looking for yourself. It's all about the team game, so to speak.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And especially when you're playing like smaller venues, it's easier when you're trying to like find places to play at, that you have like a few bands to pitch. Like, hey, I got these 3 bands. Do you have space in like at that month or something?
Correct.
And when you have more bands together, it's easier for the venue to say, okay, come in.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's a little bit a different story in Latin America, but it's good that it's like that there.
It depends on the country. It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the country, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. So, what are you currently working on?
Well, now we're rehearsing for the album stuff that we've recorded. We have 8 songs. Most of them are already in our live set, but now we're taking some new ones from there that the new drummer hasn't played yet, and try to get those as tight as possible to be able to, like, well, in best case scenario, play the whole album. from start to finish, and along that, some maybe music video projects, and also making new songs. As most of these songs that are coming now, we've composed most of them back in 2020, 2021. So we've been sitting on these songs for years now. And now that finally we're getting them out, we're already like looking into the future, making new songs as well.
Now, so one question occurred to me right now, and we also haven't asked this one, is that, for example, you are a band, 5 members. How many of you study music? How many of you like study music as a degree, not as a something that you did in private or something like that? And how many of you are like actually like living from music? I'm curious because I would like to know how is it in Finland in that terms. Like everybody's every metal member study music, or how does it work?
Well, overall it varies, but with us, Veikko has taken some, well, of course, cello lessons, and with that, classical music training, and Oskari has also some like piano lessons taken and stuff, but mostly with them, well, at least Oskari, he's like self-learned, so it's like the passion for music. With our bassist, he also has, well, bass lessons to like get the base of stuff, so to speak.
Yeah.
And but not that like deep. You'd think like I think well, for me, like I'm actually a music teacher, so I've studied how to teach music. So that's maybe the closest way currently that in our band someone is making a living of music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very interesting, actually. It is.
But it is easy. Like in Finland, there are a lot of like possibilities to like get into instruments, and there are like a lot of like inexpensive options where you don't necessarily even have to have your own instrument, that you just go to the like
correct, like a library or something like that, no?
Yeah, and also this like it's a small fee for once a week for a half year type of stuff, and they have the instruments there, and you can go play, and someone is teaching you, and
wow,
and so a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. It's a little bit the same in here in Norway. They or the same essentially. They are in the libraries. They have a room with all the instruments already there. So you go, you stay there and play as much as you want. And
Yeah, exactly.
It's unprotected the room, so you don't bother anybody. So it's cool.
Yeah, yes, and all that with just the library card. So it's free for you basically.
Yeah, yes, exactly, and that's good because, for example, in Mexico, we are a really huge population, and for sure there are a lot of people with big talent that they will never touch a guitar because they don't have the money to buy a guitar, and they will never know that they have that talent for the guitar or that talent for the drums or that talent for another instrument because there are no chances. You don't have how to pay for an instrument, then you don't play it. That's it. So that's something pretty cool. That's a big difference between your countries and our countries in terms of creating music and the number of bands because of that, essentially.
Yeah, it is like it feels blessed that we have these opportunities to be able to practice and play and rehearse and like you said, because an instrument is always an investment, and if you don't have the money, then you can't really know how it would turn out.
Yeah, correct. Okay, now this question is really important. because since I noticed this evolution in your music, I think you are going in the right direction. And probably after the last songs you've been creating, your own mindset change. Like, oh man, I think we are getting something, and I think we can get somewhere. So, for you, where do you see yourself in the next 3, 5, 10 years, or where would you like to be?
Well, I like to be, well, of course, singing with a band, and possibly like always the dream, get bigger, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So bigger venues. It's not like people will find you when the time is right, but it doesn't come on its own. So you do have to work for it, and you do have to like study and examine the stepping stones that you need to take to get there. And I think we are in the process of like finding those stepping stones for us, that what we need to do to get where we'd like to be. And well, but of course we are at that age where family comes first, so there are some
Priorities.
things that, yes, that just need to be done, and it's okay, and we're not like in a hurry or anything. We do everything with our like own time and on our own money, so to speak. So everything that we've recorded and stuff are by ourselves. Only the drums are recorded at a actual like a studio.
Correct.
So it's all by ourselves, so to speak. And but yeah, I'd like to think that within 10 years maybe we'd have some bigger songs and bigger places to play at, and maybe a few more people have heard about us.
Yeah. I think you are doing something. You are producing something really good, and it didn't pass too many years like to get the sound you get right now. And if you ask me, I don't really know exactly how mature you are as a band. Only you know that. But for me, you sound really pro, like really pro in this last song, Civilization Zero. You sound really pro, like you sound like one of the top bands, and I think
Thank you.
you will get somewhere really far. So just keep trying. The same, we will do the same, and hopefully our channel will be as big as you become in the next 3-4 years. Hopefully. And we will talk again later when we are both famous.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah. Don't forget about us.
Yeah, and you have a pro levels for the production from the sound, from the level of the sound is really pro. It's not like a amateur band. It's not sound like that, and
you don't sound like that.
That's really nice. That's really nice. And the quality of the video is also really good.
Yeah. Believe me, I've been getting some bands that they're asking me like, "Hey man, can you check my music?" And I listen to them, and oh my god, I'm like, oof, what can I do with this? Really, it's I try to help them anyway. I try to pick, I try to pick the best part of the song that they send me, and I suggest it. But yeah, like Leoncito said, your music sounds like excellent, great production and great sound. So I think if you continue that way, you will make it, man. Really big.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For all the people who doesn't know you, which of your song would you recommend them to start with?
Well, I would probably recommend them to start with the Civilization Zero, since it brings in so much from us that like what we represent, and at it like you said, it has these parts that are different within the song from each other, but still it is a piece in itself. And so I think that gives a good like sense what we're about with all the melodies and the heavy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, something that I wasn't expecting in the song, especially because of the how the song starts. It was the guttural, the gutturals. I didn't expect that, and I think that that is something that added to the song that make it like great. You know, for us that will, I like, for example, uh, Insomnium. I listen a lot to Insomnium, Harakiri for the Sky, uh, Detropy, like Mariana's Rest, that kind of bands, and I love that they are very melodic and they always have these gutturals. Clean gutturals for me, you kill me. You had me in your pocket. No,
That's
no,
good to know.
yeah, yeah. And okay, where can people find you now that you change your name and it's easier to type it?
Well, Spotify, of course, that's our main sort of platform. As with the name change, not all streaming services have changed the name, and that's been kind of a hassle to sort out. But Spotify and Instagram, and now since we are using Inverse Records for distributing our music videos will be found on their channel instead of ours. And well, of course, all good Facebook.
Yeah, yeah,
But them and TikTok, of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's good. I actually found you in TikTok.
That's like really interesting to see the statistics of TikTok because it's a new platform for us to try and like find our place and as I am the like main social media guy, I'm trying to be more active on all these platforms, but it's hard sometimes to try to keep up.
Yeah.
It's a really hard work to stay in the social network and try to make that your music can get to everyone. It's something that maybe people doesn't think too much, but it's really hard. It's a really hard work.
Yeah, it's a lot of time consuming. You spend long time there, and especially sometimes for me, for example, I'm the one that usually manage all these social networks, and I uploading the videos and it takes me for uploading my videos probably takes me like no more than 3 minutes because I already selected the piece of the song, I put it, I edit a couple of things, and then I upload it. But actually, what that actually consumes my time is that I start watching videos in the TikTok. So I upload one video. Yeah, I upload one video and then I started watching TikTok videos and I spend long time there. But at the same time, I need to do that to discover bands like you.
Yeah, it's research for you.
Exactly. It's research and entertaining.
It's actually like this.
Yeah, and luckily I have my algorithm to see only bands, no girls dancing or anything like that. So that way I could spend even more time.
You trained it well.
Yeah, I had to train it, because at the beginning it's only guys dancing and stuff, and I was like, oh, come on. That's why I hated so much TikTok at the beginning, because the first videos you get until you train your algorithm is only people dancing in the street, like people trying to walk in a church or in the park, and then two guys start dancing. It's like, just move, man. Let me pass. Yeah, but once you train your algorithm, you can find a lot of really nice stuff like you and some other bands. I found Vanitas. I found a lot of bands there, like that. They're just starting pretty much, but they're really, really good, and I love them.
Yeah, that's why I used I do have my own personal TikTok, but I prefer to use the band TikTok page because we follow other bands as well, and so the algorithm just brings in more music stuff, and it's much more like fun to watch watch
Yeah.
those then.
Yeah, yeah. And it is good because TikTok show you videos that is usually no more than 1 minute. And
Mm,
uh, let's be honest, we don't watch more than 10, 20 seconds of a video
yeah, yeah.
unless we really, really like it. And then you listen to the full 1 minute, but it's not very
Hmm.
common. No, not very
Yeah.
common.
No, that's why it's so hard that you have to have the first like even few seconds matter. So that's why you have to like think your posts through carefully what you're gonna
Yes.
post because it matters.
Yeah, the first 5 seconds, they need to be the most catchy part of the song or the most catchy part of the video. Like, find something to get people's attention, and then let's see if they can listen to the rest of the video. But it's just very hard. If I see my statistics, I have a lot of views, a lot of
Mm.
views. But if I see the statistics, every single video, even if it has like thousands of views, is like they see only 3, 5 seconds.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
funny. It's so funny. People don't have time to watch more than 5 seconds. They think they're gonna die or something. Cannot lose my time. No, no. It's amazing how all this works. But time
Mm.
to time, you find something that catch your attention, and then we discover fans like you.
Hmm. And
Yes.
for us, it's great.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, guys. Let's finish this. So let's start with Leoncito giving us like a final message for today.
Yeah, the message that I always say. So it's just go to our social network, go to Instagram, from TikTok to Facebook and X, and follow us. And please subscribe to our channel, give us a like to this interview, and make a comment on what do you think about it. So that's it.
Thank you, Leoncito. And you, Mika, any last message for whoever is watching this?
Yeah, well, I'd like to thank you for having us, and just on the good old words, rock on.
Nice. Okay, guys. Now, thank you everybody for watching this episode. If you follow Exiled, you will find that it's very, very good music. And for me, if I see them alive, I'm very sorry for the rest of the band, but I'm gonna be like looking at the cellist all the time because for me it's amazing to see a cellist playing with distortions. For me, it's just amazing. So I can't wait to see you alive. Hopefully, you can get into Norway one day, or I'm lucky enough to go to Finland. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So,
Mm.
thank you, Mika, for your time, and thank
Thank
you,
you.
Leoncito, for waking up so early. Sorry about that, but now it was your
It's part
turn
of
to
the work.
suffer. Yeah, it was your turn to
It's
suffer.
part of this work, man.
Yes. So, okay, everybody, thank you for watching this episode. Please go to our channel and watch the rest of the episode. We have very, very entertaining ones for a lot of bands from pretty much a lot of countries. So, please enjoy them and stay metal. Bye.
I
Ready.
Once again, I ask myself, who's behind your eyes? Once again, I wrongdoer, I see through your